Never have I ever had a standing ovation on my way out of a pub before. Big up Clacton. This has been day 11 of the Essex Ways, a 400-kilometre walking adventure to discover some of the county's best places and stories and prove there's a lot more here than meets the eye. I started in Frinton, well rested but foggy-headed from the previous evening. I fueled up in Greggs, where I met Laurie, who told me how she loves living in this area. Then I hit the seawall and a long straight walk down the coast. A stiff wind pushed me along to Holland on Sea, once a thriving port until the estuary silted up and the town nearly vanished before being built up again for tourism. I saw an ancient burial ground believed to be the remains of Saxons and Vikings who fought a battle here. There's also haunting legends of grey wispy figures and randy ghosts. Let me tell you something, busting makes them feel good. Then along the Golden Sands to Clacton. Now this town gets a bad rap. What I saw was miles of pristine beaches, a revamped pier rated as one of Essex's top family attractions, unrecognisable from when I used to come as a kid, and a theatre running for over 125 years, which still has the longest summer season in England. I walked across town to the Queen's Arms, a proper boozer full of proper Clactonians. I must have spoken to half the pub. They showed me how welcoming and generous Clacton could be. Russ told me stories of how his family has been living in Clacton since it was first built in 1871. He's a fellow stick enthusiast. He even showed me how I could clip my mic onto my stick. Now we're talking! These guys were so nice that I ended up spending 2 hours longer than I meant to. Big up the Queen's Arms. However, now I was racing against the clock, so I hoofed it along the Sunshine Coast, past historic Martello Fort Towers to the Never Say Die in Jaywick, where Mick told me how the place had improved a lot over the 22 years he'd lived there. He looks after a local community garden. In his words, art is the application of aspiration. While the place still lacks much needed investment, to Mick and many locals, this is a secret slice of paradise. I agree. There's even some folklore here of the Jaywick dwarves sighted in the 80s. It did feel a bit mythical as I walked the Twilight Road to St Osyth, which is full of legends of its own. I'll have to save those for tomorrow as I arrive very late, but still I had to finish my side quest of visiting the haunted Nun's Wood and dipping Boann into the moonlit water blessed by the spirit of St Osyth. More on her tomorrow, along with Brightlingsea, Mersey Island and other legends from the East Saxon Kingdom. Stay tuned.